Okay, this one I was really disappointed in, the Rise and Fall of WCW. The reason I was kind of disappointed in this was because it spent so much time on the early years of WCW, and then it just kind of fast forward through what I find the most interesting part of WCW was the later years of 2000 and 99, 2000, when really we didn't know what was going on, and the booking seemed to be haywire, and but all in all, it's okay. It's not as good as the ECW one, that's for sure. And I actually got the ECW one. I owned it before, but I got the ECW one free with the Rise and Fall of WCW. So it's okay one to watch now and then. This one right here, it's okay. It's not as good as the SmackDown one, that's for sure. But it's just really reliving all the moments from 93 to 2008. I'll probably have to watch this again soon. But you get some matches in there. It's not a countdown like the SmackDown one is. It just goes in chronological order. And it's cool to relive some of those moments, but overall it feels like they just slapped them together and put them in a DVD. This one's one of my favorite DVDs. Bret Hart, The Best There Was, The Best There Is, The Best There Was, and Best There Ever Will Be DVD. That was only $1.99 as well. That's a steal. And then you get all the matches from him and Bulldog, Hart Foundation, British Bulldogs, Chris Benoit, Owen Hart. Just, overall, this is a great DVD. So it's a steal at $1.99. This one I don't know how to feel about this DVD, the Shawn Michaels story, Heartbreak and Triumph. I have the book, read the book, and if you read the book, you really don't need this. I mean, it's kind of a boring biography, to be honest with you. I don't know, I'll have to watch it again. I haven't watched it in quite a while. I don't hate it, but it's not one of the better ones. This one, Starrcade, it's pretty damn cool. I mean, the biography in it, the documentary, it's informing. But if you've seen the Rise and Fall of WCW, it's very similar to that, just because they're talking about the same subject matter, basically. But then you get all the good matches from Starrcade, especially the cruiserweight matches, Sting versus Hulk Hogan for the WCW title, Battle Bowl. All those great memories that you had of WCW are here in Starrcade. This one, I'm not sure why I bought this one, to be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of the Hell in a Cell match, but it was for sale and I picked it up. So it's got all that you would expect it to have on here. The Mankind versus Undertaker, Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, Triple H versus Cactus Jack. So that's that. This is one of my favorite DVDs, however, the Ladder Match DVD. I got this for $1.99 at GameStop. I mean, this is just before the Benoit situation happened, I guess you would say. And so they included him in this and all that. Plus you got Rob Van Dam, who's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So that one's pretty cool. Undertaker, he buries them alive. This was like $5 at Walmart. It's only got a few matches, some very obscure matches. Quang, it's got his match versus Nails, I believe. Undertaker versus Undertaker, some Yokozuna matches. Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and then Jerry the King Lawler. So it's cool. It's just $5, so why not? This is a really good pay-per-view. Vengeance 2006, The Return of DX. This one really stuck out to me because of the one second, my son has the telephone. Grab that from him. Alright. It has the Edge versus Rob Van Dam for the WWE Championship. Rob Van Dam was the ECW and WWE champion at the time. Ric Flair versus Mick Foley in a 2 out of 3 fall match. Randy Orton versus Kurt Angle rematch from One Night Stand. John Cena versus Sabu. Interesting pairing there. And then it had the Kane versus Imposter Kane match, which will go down in infamy as one of the worst angles ever. Here's another one of those early installments, the Steve Austin collection. Lots of matches with Gentleman Chris Adams, his mentor. Yeah, not much to say about that other than it was $1.99. Brock Lesnar. It's not a Brock Lesnar DVD, but it's a damn good pay-per-view. Unforgiven, 2002. Just look at the card for this. Lesnar versus Undertaker for the WWE Championship. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Trish Stratus versus Molly Holly. Triple H versus Rob Van Dam for the World Heavyweight title. Billy and Chuck versus 3 Minute Warning. Kane versus Booker T versus Goldberg. Or Kane, Booker T, and Goldberg versus... Oh, excuse me. The Un-Americans versus Kane, Booker T, Goldust, and Bubba Ray Dudley. I think I said Goldberg in there. I don't know what's going on. Chris Jericho versus Ric Flair for the Intercontinental title. Very good card. Very good pay-per-view. This is my most recent DVD that I bought. Breaking the Code, Behind the Walls of Chris Jericho. Very cool slipcover, actually. That opens up. Let me open that up there. And this is a 3-disc set. Very cool packaging. Biography's pretty good, but if you read the book, then you already know more than that's going to tell you. You're just going to get the visual aids to go along with that. And then, this is one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time, 22. This is probably my second favorite WrestleMania. Might even be my favorite. And yes, I've seen them all. Moments that we got from this: Edge versus Mick Foley, and a pretty good hardcore match. The Money in the Bank ladder match was pretty solid in this one. Just from the opening to the ending, it felt like WrestleMania. The crowd did a great job. The crowd was really into it. There's a few stinkers on there, like Boogeyman versus Booker T, Tori Wilson versus Candice Michelle, Undertaker versus Mark Henry, but the rest is pretty good. Mickie James in this DVD. She's something else, I'll tell you that much. And then the last DVD I'm going to show you, Heart and Soul. The Bret Hart, basically the whole Hart family DVD collection. And it's got a cool documentary about the Hart family and how they grew up and Hart House. But again, if you've read the Bret Hart book, you probably know more than this is going to tell you. Some good matches though, and that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.